Listen, Antonia.
Yes, Brian.
You've got to be more careful on the way you deliver lines and the way you give emphasis to certain words. Because yesterday, for
Emphasis,
example,
you mean? I think it's pronounced emphasis.
you were saying in that scene we were doing, you were saying,
Yeah.
"What's that on the road? A head?" And the line.
I know the one you mean.
The line actually was, "What's that on the road ahead?" It's Tammy Davis. He's just got out of jail and we're giving him a start. Trying to go on the straight and narrow, aren't you?
Trying. How do you think I've been doing, Brian?
I think you're good, mate. I think you've got a lot of potential in this business. So long as you go straight, you know, just follow that straight old line, you'll be all right.
Straight and narrow.
Straight and narrow.
There was a thing on the radio one morning about how the median income for women in New Zealand was $14,000, and I just thought, how does anybody live on that and support a family? And it's no wonder more people don't turn to crime. So that was one thought. And also on this other show that I'd done, there was a kind of white trash family who I was really fond of, and I thought it would be really fun to do them as a fun version of that. So all the things kind of came together into what is Outrageous Fortune.
Cheryl, no, I'm going to say,
Cheryl West is the matriarch of this family. Wolfgang West is the father. They're a family that's been involved in crime for many, many generations. Not petty crime, burglaries and robberies. They don't deal in drugs, they don't do violence. They have an old school kind of code of morality. During the first episode of the series, certain events take place that cause Cheryl to rethink her family's position in the West Auckland criminal fraternity and to change the course of the whole family's lives. And the series follows their attempts to either follow their mother's edict or to hide what they're really doing from her mother.
Fine. Outrageous Fortune is about a bunch of outlaws trying to make it in the straight world and discovering that actually the straight world is just as corrupt, and that in the end, well, my take on it is that in the end it's not about crime and law, it's about love, you know, and that's the thing that holds these people together. I think Cheryl and Wolf are one of those great love affairs, one of those great flawed love affairs, you know. They fell in love, it seems, the moment they saw each other when they shagged on the freezer in her dad's dairy when she was 16, and they've been together ever since. And her words, I think, in the early episodes are that, you know, that sort of spark that you have in the early part of a relationship goes away when you have kids, but it never did with them. How would you go with them?
Wolf is a career criminal from West Auckland, from a family of career criminals, and he's a thief, and a pretty good one, and a family man. That's what Wolf is. So he loves his wife and he loves his family and loves his kids, and has a very, very good life. I think Wolf as a character knows what the ethics of his society are very clearly, and is kind of like a pillar of that society, like abides by those ethics very strongly, and they're just that you do the right thing by your own.
Their struggle is the struggle we all have as families, to try and keep together. How can you love someone and live with them at the same time when they drive you insane and they won't do what they're told and they're arguing? That's what families are all about. And the Wests, they do love each other. But those relationships are tested, really tested throughout the series.
No, it's me saying it's not on giving Dad an ultimatum like that.
Listen, I changed my life because of you. I turned my fucking life on its head because of you, and here you are defending him?
Hey, if your marriage is over, it's over, okay? Boo-hoo, but we'll all get over it. We will. Don't worry. Just don't fall for this cop bullshit
It's
about
not bullshit.
sacrificing
It's not
Dad to save
bullshit.
Van.
It's
It is
not.
bullshit. It's Judd with his balls in a vice trying anything that comes into his fucking head.
It's not.
And how do you know?
I just fucking know, alright?
What have you been doing?
The characters of Jethro and Van, they're twins, identical twins, 21 years old. Jethro is, he's training to be a lawyer. He's intelligent, sleeping with his teacher. So, you know, he's good with women, he's confident, doesn't waste words or actions, you know, he's much more controlling about what he does. Out of the two, he's the more book smart, ferociously independent, but also loyal in his own way. Van is simpler, he's more direct, he's not manipulative. That they do love each other, even though Jethro is like, you know, Van, you're an idiot. But he's not dumb, he works in a different way, he's emotionally intelligent.
Did I miss the bit where somebody says, does anybody object to this couple?
Dad!
Ask you a question, boy.
Oh, yeah. We decided we'd skip that part of the
So
series.
he's impulsive, spontaneous, and that sort of lands him in a lot of shit. Which he finds he has to try and get out of more often than not on his own or with the help of Munter, his mate.
Fuck you. Fuck all of you. I don't need this shit in my life.
I play Theodore Ted West, also known as Grandpa, and he's Wolf's father, Cheryl's father-in-law, and everybody else's grandfather. And he's an ex-crim. He has a dead wife. And he's come to live with the family because he's accidentally burnt his own unit down. Went in for a packet of smokes. She rooted him then and there on top of the freezer. Rita never bought peas from them again.
She's got a lovely, lovely relationship with Grandpa. They're a real dynamic duo, and they've got a real deep love and caring for each other. She really understands him, but more importantly, she feels that he really understands her, because quite often she feels like she's in a loony bin and she's the only sane one in her family, and he is a real sounding board for her, and he gives her hope that she's not sort of alone in this world, and there are people that she can talk to.
They're onto one another. They're quite bad people, and to some degree, he's able to manipulate Loretta in order to do what he wants. The one who's really pissed. One of the things I loved about Rita was the way she never let a chance go by.
Hi. Hang on, let me start again. Hello, I'm Siobhan and I'm playing Pascal on Outrageous Fortune.
She's not a generic blonde bimbo type. And the role of Pascal could easily have been a bit of a thankless role. Siobhan has graced her with such warmth.
You're getting married? I'm so happy. She just says stuff that I'd never say, like, because I hate conflict and I hate arguing and I hate and if I'm nervous or whatever, I just laugh, or if I'm angry, I just laugh. And Pascal doesn't. She just, if she has an emotion or if she thinks some way about something, she just says it. Look, he's comforting me now. Fuck off. Just keep going. Go.
Pascal had to be shameless and brave and sexual. And that's a big ask for a young actress.
What I responded to in the material, I think, is I just had never seen anything quite like this before. I mean, I've done quite a lot of work in comedy. I've done quite a lot of work in drama, but I don't think I'd worked on anything that brought those two things together in the way that these scripts do. And also, it's characters. They were great characters. I could see them on the page. And when you can see it on the page like that, then you know it's going to be fun to do. There's three things that you need. You need funny scripts. I know it sounds really obvious, but the scripts have to be funny. Then you need to cast actors who know how to be funny, because I've worked with really fine actors who didn't know how to be funny. It's just a thing that some actors have and some actors don't. And the third thing I think is you need directors who are aware of the comedy potential in the script and the comedic potential of the actors.
And you had the line, what is this thing called love? And it came out, what is this thing called love?
That is embarrassing.
Well, you know, a couple of them look a bit scared, don't they? We must be, you know, messing with them.
Who is this guy? Oh, excellent.
Right back.
That's a wrap!
Ladies and gentlemen, Wayne
I'm thinking of calling this program the Brian Sargent Show. I think it's a good move.
Don't have to kick your off.